That sounds alright.
Hello once again, all my good friends. You're very, very welcome to the second major video produced for YouTube by Keltic Mist. Once again, I want you to draw your attention to the disclaimer. Everything you're about to hear in this video is for educational purposes only, and it's directed solely to the people like myself who take perfectly legal CBD oil. Now, without further ado, I want to thank every one of you, the hundreds and hundreds of you who posted lovely comments, lovely reviews for our first video. However, there were a couple of reservations about the video, which I took on board, and that was, of course, the, excuse me, I'll be coughing tonight because I've got a little bit of a chest cold. A lot of you said, yeah, the video was fantastic, the information was fantastic, but the one sticking point was the drug kit that I used, the test kit. Many of you said to me, is this as accurate as the one that the police use? And I had to be honest and say, no, it's not. The one that the police use is the SecureTech Drugwipe, this one here. And the one that's used in the Republic of Ireland and in Holland is called a Drager. These have sensitivity to a level of 5 nanograms. Don't be worried about that. I'm going to explain all about that later on, okay? This kit here is more sensitive than this one. And it would be better if I could get this kit. And I was faced with this dilemma, and there are many attributes about being Irish, and one of them is we are found all over the world. And my best mate left Ireland 40 years ago, went to Australia, and his son works in the police in Melbourne. He's an outrider, a motorcycle outrider. So I contacted him and asked him for a favour. Now these SecureTech drug wipes are made in Germany. The Drager is also made in Germany. They are only for the police, for customs, and for probation officers and other government agencies. They are not for the general public. But as I said, the advantage of being Irish, my friend from Australia sent me over some drug wipes. Let me show you what I have here. I'm going to have to get up to the camera here because I haven't got zoom on the lens, so I'm coming up to the camera to show you. Let's see, drug wipe made by SecureTech, Germany. This is the actual kit the police use. Okay? Now, I'm going to open it. This is what the police will do. Right, so over there, I'm going to put number 1 on it, because we're going to do 2 tests here. 1. I'm going to open the second one, because this is for the second test. I want to have these ready. And waiting for me. Put number 2 on this one. Now, I'm going to go up to the camera again to show you how this works. It's very, very simple. This grey part slides over like so, and it allows this blue bit to be detached. Now if you look closely, there are 3 little pads on this. Those 3 pads are the pads that collect the saliva, and those pads will come into contact, whenever I press it down on this, will come into contact with 3 different strips of filter paper. So what happens is, you take a sample off the tongue on these little swabs, press this in, and you then pull this back like so. And it must have to be depressed first. I press this in, and then this slides back. And when this slides back, there's a little vial in here, and I press that, and it releases a liquid that goes up the filter paper and reacts with the saliva. Excuse me. Now, if there is any of the drug that they're looking for in those pads, it will react with this chemical, and red lines will appear. Now there are 3 bits of filter paper here. Let me get to explain this better to you. There are 3 strips of filter paper, and up here there will be 3 distinct red lines appear. Those are called the control lines. Now you can't see them here now, but once Once the control lines turn red, that tells the policeman that everything has been done properly. So let's go ahead. Isn't this fantastic? Isn't this fantastic? This is what you've all been waiting for. And I've been waiting for it. All my friends have been waiting for this. This is the kit used all over Ireland, England, Scotland, and Wales, all over Europe, all over Cyprus, all over everywhere, Australia, New Zealand. Let's see how it works, okay? Now, in my first video, I demonstrated how I use this particular CBD oil here from Holland. I've now been given this one. This is better for me, and let me show you. This is the spec sheet for this particular CBD oil, and I want to show you something very important here, folks. It has a THC content of 0.396. Okay, it has a very high CBD content, but all we're concerned about for this video is the THC content. Okay, now I'm going to put on my tongue, which I do twice a day, 2 half droppers of CBD. Okay. Now, that has saturated my tongue. There's a lot of THC now present on my tongue. So using test kit 1, this is what the police will do. You've seen this in the videos that I've shown you, okay? The YouTube videos. Click it. This pulls back. This releases the vial of liquid. Now we have to leave that for 8 minutes. Now, this is the old school teacher in me. You're now in class and you can't leave the class until the bell goes, okay? The bell will go in 8 minutes. That is the amount of time that the police will detain you at the side of the road. It takes 8 minutes before they can read the result on this kit. So stay with me for 8 minutes. I'm now going to apply some Keltic Mist. Now, this is a different way of taking it than I showed you in the previous video. This is a better way of doing it. I want you to take 6 sprays. Scrape the top of the tongue with the teeth, very important. Swallow. Put another 6 on your tongue. Keep it there. Open up kit 2. The pink colour has gone. It's now turned brown. That's all the police officer will be worried about. Once he sees it turning colour, he will know enough saliva has been deposited. Put it in here like so. Click, click. Pull it back. And break the vial. And leave it. Now, we have 8 minutes, and this is your education. Drug levels are measured in units called nanograms. Don't be worried about it. I'll explain that later to you. A nanogram is 1,000 millionth of a gram. It's very, very tiny. Now, Paul, you're my assistant. Will you get those grapes for me, please? I have a bunch of grapes somewhere. Thank you. Thank you very much. People used to say, whenever I was teaching, that I was a very good teacher because I explained things in a simple way. And this nanogram stuff is very, very complicated. So I'm going to explain it in a very, very simple way to you. This is a box of grapes. Box of red grapes. If a nanogram were the size of a grape, this kit is looking to find 5 green grapes. Let's say the green grapes are THC, and all this stuff here is CBD and all other sorts of stuff. But inside every CBD oil has got a certain component, certain amount of THC in it. It's the THC, the mind-altering component of cannabis that the police are looking for. So, this kit is looking to find 5 grapes, not in a box that size, not in your sitting room full of grapes, but I want you to think of an Olympic-sized swimming pool full of grapes, and this kit is looking to find 5 of those grapes. That is the detection level of these. Now, the sad thing is this: if you fail this roadside test, you cannot be prosecuted or lose your license for failing this. This is only a screening test to tell the policeman or policewoman that you are possibly DUI. So to take you off to the station, they'll take a blood sample, and the blood sample legal level is 2 nanograms. So instead of looking for 5 green grapes in an Olympic-sized swimming pool in the police station, they're looking for 2. Ridiculous, it's impossible. So how much cannabis have I placed on my tongue when I took this particular CBD oil? Well, it said on the spec sheet here that the THC content is 0.386%. So without going into the biomathematics of it, 0.386% of half a gram, because that's the weight, that is the weight of half a dropper of this oil, it's half a gram. So the big question is, by taking half a dropper of this CBD oil, how much am I over the limit? The answer is 36 million times over the limit. That might sound amazing to you, but do the mathematics. You have to divide 0.386 by 0.000000005, and it comes out to 36 million. Now do you see why I harp on all the time about the dangers of taking CBD oil? The consequences of losing your license for taking a small amount of perfectly legal, beautiful CBD oil, which helps me. I'll explain in a few moments how it helps me. So, we're reading here. Have a wee look. Now, a few things to talk about. Your concerns. How to apply Keltic Mist. I've just demonstrated you how to apply it. 6 sprays, swallow, another 6 sprays, keep it there. How much spray is in a bottle of Keltic Mist? Enough spray for 6 different police checkpoints. How accurate is our little test kit? This test kit records THC level of 8 nanograms. It's not as sensitive as this. This costs £7 to buy. This costs 48, but even that £48, I can't get it. It's not available for the public. Okay? Can you not get drug wipes as used by the police? No, not unless you're Irish and know somebody in Australia. How long will the Keltic Mist keep for? Over 3 years. Where can I buy Keltic Mist? Okay? Well, there are various ways you can buy it. The first method is to go onto our web page. It's Keltic Mist Detox. Remember, spelled with a key. Spelled with a K, not a C. Keltic Mist Detox.wixsite.com/mykelticmist. The second method is, if you haven't got a PayPal account, call me. Call me on 07548 497 943. Call me anytime. I'm here to help you. Method 3 is, you may have been introduced to this site by someone who has recommended it. In that case, contact the person who had the good manners and thoughtfulness to direct you to this product. Contact them and deal with them. If you want more information, go onto Facebook. They're on Facebook. Just type in Keltic Mist, and you're looking for the little icon that shows me with a white coat and a bottle of Keltic Mist sitting on a table. That is the main head office Keltic Mist Facebook page. Okay. Now, let's have a look at these results. Test 1. Now, it's a bit dim in here. I'm going to have to come up here and see we can get this correct now. It's very important. I'm going to be talking here to Paul, my cameraman, and he will be directing me to move this up or down. Now the three, okay Paul? You can see the three distinct red lines. Those are the control lines. Now over here, we can see a faint red line. Can you see that on the camera? That there is for CA, cannabis. So I have tested positive for cannabis. Now a frightening one down here is a faint red line down here opposite the opioids. Can you see that down there? There's a, see that one there where I'm pointing now? Can you see it, a faint red line? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a positive for opioids. Now, let me refer you to the drugs, the Secure Tech literature leaflet, okay? And the reason I'm showing you this is because it says here, the test result is to be interpreted as positive, even if the test lines only undergo a slight or incomplete colour change. And that's exactly what has happened here for me. The one for cannabis is more prominent than the one for opioids. Okay.
Definitely visible.
This is very important you see that, okay? Second test. 3 control lines and absolutely nothing anywhere else. See, absolutely no secondary red lines. Now, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, why did I test positive for opioids? Anything derived from the poppy plant is an opioid. And 2 of the most popular things that you can buy in a chemist shop today are codeine-based painkillers. But the police, when they see an opioid reaction, they automatically think of heroin or morphine. But this is what a lot of people do not understand. When you take a cough medicine or a painkiller with codeine in it, codeine doesn't do anything. Anything that goes into your stomach goes straight to your liver, and your liver changes those products into less harmful ones. When you take codeine into your system for a sore throat or a painkiller or a cough medicine, your liver changes codeine into morphine, and the morphine goes into your bloodstream and gets up to the pain receptors in your head, and it reaches the opioid centers in your brain. Everybody has opioid sensors in the brain, and the morphine dulls the pain receptors, and that is how a codeine-based painkiller helps you with pain. Now, the amazing thing is, I tested positive for cannabis. I tested positive for opioids. After applying the Keltic Mist, I'm totally clean. Now, my friends, I want you to understand one thing. I want you to realize that I am here to help you. I'm here to help everybody who suffers from pain, fibromyalgia, things like that, people who are taking CBD oil for medicinal reasons. And the last thing I want is for you to lose your driving license. Think of the ramifications of losing your driving license, the effect it will have on you and your family. You'll have a drug rap. Listen, I ramble on, and I'm very sorry for it, but thank you for watching this video. Peace.